What's on your mind, buddy?
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Huge fan. Look at that cast. Thank you. I'm not wearing the Doom mask over this mask because I didn't want to ruin the lines with my Canadian tuxedo. My name is Ricky. That's a mononym like Cher or Madonna. And I'm just cosplaying hard.
Is there a question in
I do
somewhere?
I do have a question, actually. I have a question for two questions. First question is for Mr. Paul Rudd. Where is Thor, and why was he crying?
Where is Thor?
Yes.
And why is Thor crying?
Why was he crying?
He's a Wrexham fan?
Yes. The second knows what? You know goddamn know why he was crying, but... Second question. Moving on. This seems an awfully expensive way to announce a film. When do you start filming?
Wait. Doomsday? Doomsday?
It's Doomsday. When does that start shooting?
It's in the can, bro. Look around you. Did you bump your head?
I see. So there's no additional photography, no overages, hot costs, maybe last-minute additions.
We keep making the movie until they pry it out of our hands. So.
No further questions. Happy Hogan? Fetch the Audi. We're leaving.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Reynolds!
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Happy Comic-Con week. We just had our big Marvel Hall H panel for Avengers Doomsday and a bunch of other stuff, so we will break it all down. There are a bunch of Easter eggs, references, announcements, a lot to unpack. As expected, most of the hype was on Avengers Doomsday because, that's a real big movie at the end of this year after Spider-Man Brand New Day, but there were a couple other big announcements too. They did show off brand new footage of Avengers Doomsday. It was mostly hyping up Doctor Doom, with Sue Storm explaining the characters to all the other heroes, while they showed some new, more polished versions of the leaked footage, with Doctor Doom raising the Sentinels back up and the shot wrapping around 360 around all the multiverse heroes together. They're not allowing us to post the clip online, but at the beginning of the clip, Sue Storm narrates the whole trailer along with some Doctor Doom voiceover and some Thor voiceover, other characters yelling at each other in the background because they're in the middle of a big battle.
Victor was always the smartest guy in every room.
But Sue Storm starts by saying Victor was always the smartest guy in the room, but he used to be different, he used to be kind, he used to be caring, then one day, everything he loved was taken from him, she was lost. So I think this is just confirming some theories about the plot of the movie and why Doctor Doom is so pissed off at everybody and why he's trying to save the multiverse in such a stabby way. I think it confirms in the official poster they released of him looking at the crack world, the woman is his dead wife and the child is his dead child. And they were killed because of an incursion. Then there's a montage of the different heroes fighting Doctor Doom in, like I said, the more polished version of that fight scene with all them fighting Doctor Doom who raises the Sentinels back up. So it does confirm that that was a real scene, that wasn't some AI cobbled together thing a fan did, that was real. Probably the two biggest surprises of the panel were the Ryan Gosling Ghost Rider reveal that they're doing a Ghost Rider movie in 2028 directed by Sean Levy, and the real big Black Panther 3 reveal that David Johnson from Alien Romulus is going to play the aged-up adult version of T'Challa, son of T'Challa from the MCU. So he's basically going to be the new Black Panther of the MCU. So big announcement, brand new Black Panther coming in the future of the movies by Black Panther 3.
I actually don't want to say too much because I want to let this screen do the talking. But believe me, the honor is entirely mine. Thank you.
Probably going to see him a little bit during Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars at some point too, just to sort of tease the character, but they're going to use those two movies to age that young T'Challa up. So it's the same guy that you saw as a tiny little kid at the end of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. T'Challa's son will be the new T'Challa Black Panther eventually. They also confirmed that Black Panther 3 is going to be coming out December 2028. It just got pushed a little bit later in the year. We knew it was coming out in 2028. We knew Denzel Washington was going to be in it, but that was like the last little thing that they did at the panel. Like, oh, by the way, one last thing, we're doing Black Panther 3. But this is like their first official announcement that it is happening, and it will be in 2028. For the most part, Kevin Feige said at the beginning of the panel that they weren't there to talk about any of the TV shows, but he did hype some of the TV shows like, hey, we have a Vision Quest TV series. It's going to end the WandaVision trilogy that we started with the WandaVision show a couple years ago. All those episodes will start later this year. I will do weekly episode videos for it when it starts, so I'll do separate videos when they start releasing footage of that. For the most part, they focus on Avengers Doomsday hype and confirming some details about the Avengers Endgame Encore, the re-release happening later this year. They will attach special Doomsday footage to that, so if you go see it in theaters, there'll be 7 additional minutes that they add into the movie itself, Avengers Endgame, and on top of that, special footage just from Avengers Doomsday. So they are like trying to sweeten the pot just a little bit from the last time they tried to re-release Avengers Endgame with that really janky, half-done Professor Hulk footage with unfinished CG. So like this Avengers Endgame re-release will be like a much bigger deal. Probably the funniest moment of the panel was Ryan Reynolds crashing it in a Deadpool suit, but it was a gray denim version of his Deadpool and Wolverine suit that he called a Canadian tuxedo. That's why I say it was denim. It was basically like a jean jacket Deadpool suit. He made a couple jokes about crashing the panel. He asked Paul Rudd where was Thor and why was he crying. He still wants to know why Thor was crying, and said that he wasn't going to wear the special Doctor Doom masks and cape that they were handing out to everybody in the crowd because they didn't want to ruin the lines of his Canadian tuxedo. So at the panel, before Robert Downey Jr. came out and started doing his Doctor Doom, he did a little bit of Doctor Doom voice. They handed out Doctor Doom masks and capes to everybody that attended the panel. And when Robert Downey Jr. came out and started hyping up the movie, doing his Doctor Doom voice, he implied that people would come to the dark side. Why don't you come to my team?
You may consider the alternative of perhaps joining the family of Doom. With what it might take to come over to the green side.
And on stage with him was Pedro Pascal, who's Reed Richards in the movie, Chris Evans, who is Steve Rogers, like the other version of Steve Rogers we see in the trailer, and Haley Atwell was standing next to him, meaning that Peggy Carter is also going to be in the movie. We all thought that she was going to be in the movie, so it's not that big of a surprise. But now you kind of wonder if this means that the three of them will turn to Doctor Doom's side at some point in the movie, confirming maybe some theories in the background, or maybe they just happen to be standing on stage because they're big main characters in the movie. At the beginning of the panel, they played a sizzle reel of the past MCU movies and eventually the Fox X-Men movies. So for the sizzle reel, they started with the Nick Fury line, there was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people, the Avengers, then you see Loki, you see Sam Wilson, Tony Stark, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Hulk, Black Widow footage, Steve Rogers footage, a lot of Infinity Saga footage from those movies, and of the newer characters from the Marvel Phase 4, Marvel Phase 5 movies, in Fantastic Four, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and a shot of Hawkeye aiming the bow at Loki, making you wonder what's going to happen with Hawkeye in these upcoming movies because we haven't seen a whole lot of Hawkeye stuff going on. During the montage, they also played a clip of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, confirming that he's probably also going to be in these movies. Otherwise, why would they include a clip of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man at an Avengers Doomsday panel? They also included a clip from No Way Home of all 3 Spider-Man together, so Andrew Garfield was in there too, implying that he will also show up in these next 2 movies. But maybe not Avengers Doomsday. I'm not holding out hope for all 3 Spider-Man to show up in Avengers Doomsday. Secret Wars is like a whole other movie. You have a whole lot more space to put more people in that. There's a little bit of footage of Deadpool and Wolverine, I think to hype up them appearing in the movie briefly. Deadpool crashed the panel, like I said, as part of that as well, like to remind you, oh yeah, I'm going to be in these movies too. They showed footage of Channing Tatum's Gambit, James Marsden's Cyclops, all the Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Charles, Magneto, Professor X. Nothing new from Avengers Doomsday, but stuff that we've seen already, just implying all the stuff that's going to be part of the movie itself, Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
And they ended the sizzle reel with footage of Wolverine saying, let's go, like LFG, let's freaking go. During his presentation, Kevin Feige was wearing a Doctor Doom hat, of course, for Avengers Doomsday. He wears hats for whatever, like, the current big movie they're working on is. right at the beginning of the panel, before they started hyping up everything else, John Bernthal came on stage to hype up Spider-Man Brand New Day, releasing next week, and showed off a brand new exclusive clip of Punisher fighting Hulk. They didn't let us release it online, but it's basically cobbled together of the footage that you've seen already of Punisher and Spider-Man fighting Hulk in the trailer footage. Then after they did the big Ryan Gosling Ghost Rider reveal, they brought all the Avengers Doomsday actors out on stage. Not all the actors, but like most of the actors that we know are in the movie, with big logos for their teams. Avengers logos, Fantastic Four logo, big X-Men logo, and then Robert Downey Jr. came out to talk about the movie and make Kermit the Frog green jokes. Really like the Muppets deep cut, it's not easy being green. Then they ended the panel showing off an official Doctor Doom poster for the movie. It's meant to be the first official look at his full suit in the movie. The band that he has around his arm has some runes on it. I think the idea that it's personal to him and it belonged to his dead wife or child, and he's just keeping part of their clothing and has runes on it, and it's just meant to be something really important to him. But it's not like some other big cosmic artifact or anything like that. It's just something personal to him that he wears on his costume. Marvel did have his prop costume up at the Marvel booth all day on the convention floor next to the Latverian witches, and now we've seen a couple different colors of Latverian witches too. There was a purple one that they just showed off today too. So now there are 3 different colors. There's the green one, there's the brown one, and there's the purple one, and all their costumes have a couple minor differences, just implying that he's going to have a number of these Latverian witches working for him. And because they're all wearing Doctor Doom armor style masks, I expect them to be people that we know, like big mask rip moments. Haha, it's a person that I've seen this whole time and I didn't realize they were working for Doctor Doom. One of the reasons why they already released the big trailer earlier this week before the actual Comic-Con panel, because originally they were going to release that trailer at the Comic-Con panel, is because reportedly Marvel was worried that the trailer would leak before then. I think this is also the reason why when they uploaded the trailer and first released it, they were blocking everybody's reactions until like later in the day when they stopped blocking them, because they were probably uploading it like a week before the actual panel just so that it could process and sit there for a little while, worried that it would leak. So in case it did leak, they were trying to block all the potential leaks. But because they changed their plan and released it early, they just didn't unblock it before they released it.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
If you've ever tried to make any kind of YouTube video reacting to anything, copyright is a nightmare for anything at all. Like, it could be the smallest little thing and it'll give you the biggest headaches ever. Usually Marvel and Disney are pretty nice when it comes to stuff like that, with Disney related brands like Star Wars, Marvel, all that other stuff. But every once in a while, like during the panels here, Comic-Con panels, they get really, really jumpy about leaks. They were also trying to prevent people from recording special footage during a lot of the Hall H panel too, but for the most part, most of it did make it online. There were a couple other surprise reveals too, like during the Robert Downey Jr. clips of him coming out as Doctor Doom, they played some custom Alan Silvestri Doctor Doom theme music for the movie, so we did get to hear some of the new music for Avengers Doomsday too, some of the new themes. Everybody post all your reactions to the big Marvel Hall H panel in the comments below, and let me know if there's any other big Comic-Con videos that you want me to make about stuff this weekend. I'm in the middle of working on much bigger videos for the Black Panther 3 teaser and the Ryan Gosling Ghost Rider teaser, so I'll try to get those videos out as fast as possible. Be sure to enable alerts for my channel so you don't miss that. Everybody click here and here for all my Comic-Con trailer videos. I'll update the links as soon as I post those. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.